First down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On play action, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves them with work to do on 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 9, Jones to Barkley on the check down. Shifts by him, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Again, this is Kamara. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. To throw, Winston. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And Gordon's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Running with Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play fake. Winston. On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Winston. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Following the interception, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
On third down, Winston. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Barkley a first down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jones. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter. Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime? I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better.
And I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Winston looking long for Thomas. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. Barkley a 1st down and more. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Giants.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Barkley. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll go to Barkley again. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Able to get this to Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run, it's Kamara. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Eight yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Jameis now on first, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
To throw is Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And the Giants win the football game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And